Now, this channel is known for especially controversial opinions, such as my views on No Man's Skies or my views on Game of Thrones, but this is perhaps one of the most controversial topics I want to talk about yet. Fighting games are not very good party games. So first of all, what do you think when you think party game? I think people who aren't gamers coming together to experience gaming. You know, it's like, say you were to have your mother or your grandmother at like a party. These are most of the parties I get invited to. If my mother was to play a video game, she would not be very good because she doesn't play video games. But party games are just the perfect level of entry, you know? They go from 60-year-olds who are violently shitting themselves because they can't control their bowels anymore, down to kids of all of 2 years old, who, you know, also violently shit themselves because they have no bowel control. Every single person between that age bracket will be able to hop on and just kind of waggle like their Wii remotes. We're talking Wii Sports, right? Like, why was Wii Sports the most popular game of all time on the Wii console? Is it because it was the most elaborate, amazing game? Is it because it was Game of the Year, surpassing The Witcher 3, Sekiro, Dark Souls, and every other game that came before it? Some would argue yes, but these people have never played a game before in their life, and that's exactly the point. Because in Wii Sports, all you need to know is that if you violently swing your arms from left to right when you're playing tennis, you'll hit the ball back. It doesn't matter about skill. It's not about that. It's about having fun. That's what party games are. It's about coming together and having fun, and everyone can enjoy the experience and go, huh, you know what, I give gaming a bad rap. I used to think that all gamers used to dwell in their mother's basement and had Cheetos dripping from their mouth, and they'd never felt the touch of a woman before, but now I know that it's just you that's like that, and most other gamers are perfectly normal people. And I'm like, oh shucks, I'm glad I could show you that gaming can be a lot of fun, and then they can get into it. Party games are the perfect thing for everyone. Fighting games are not the perfect thing for everyone. Fighting games are for the truly elite. The people who've played games at least 20 years of their life. You know, they were a wee child, and they had the controller in their mouth, and they were using the joysticks, and they were doing B reverses when they weren't even out of the womb yet. You know what's going to happen if just some regular Joe is going to start a fighting game, and he doesn't even know the buttons or how they work? In one corner of the ring, you've got the person who doesn't play gaming at all. They don't even know how the controls work, you know? They don't know what a tilt controls are. They're just like smash attack, smash attack, smash attack, and they're having fun, and they're like, whoa, dude, this is pretty cool. Meanwhile, in the other corner, you have the person who plays hours and hours of competitive fighting games, who's got his full joystick that he bought for $500 online, and he's doing 100 actions per second. He's inputting the joystick to go B, back, sideways. He's activated the Konami code at least 50 times per second. And he's doing combos that the world's never seen before. And he's doing this all in silence because it requires an intense level of concentration to pull off these combos. So he or she is sitting there, sweating, rapidly flicking their controller, doing these epic combos while the person playing the party game who's never played it before is just, you know, having a drink, talking to friends, getting absolutely destroyed. See, a fighting game isn't really for the faint of heart, you know, because there's a massive discrepancy between people who haven't played it before, people who have played it, and people who have dedicated a shrine to it. That gap is so vast, it's gonna frustrate someone. It always ends with the pro gamer showing his best at a game that no one else has ever played before, and all the other people saying, okay, I don't care, and then leaving. But then, there's an even sadder story. Say that you're to invite someone over for a fighting game, and you beat them. But they're not happy with it because they're highly competitive in nature. And then he goes home, and he practices for 20,000 hours. And he plays a really hard character, and he knows all of the combos, and then he comes back, and it's like, alright, let's play a party game. I propose we play a fighting game. Then you get into it and he beats you. And then you go home and you put in 20,000 hours of game time and come back and you beat him. And then next party time, he comes back and beats you. And the cycle continues indefinitely. Soon, by the end of it, you've both learned wave dashing, some of the most advanced techniques in games. You've learned some inputs which shouldn't be humanly possible, but you know how to do them. You've dedicated 50,000 hours of your life to this game to beat someone, and then they come back and they beat you with more advanced techniques, and it just keeps going. The cycle just keeps going. It never ends. It's like an eternal curse on the both of you, until one of you finally says, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? And then they give up. And then you just go back to playing fighting games with your friends and beating them. So you could either play a fighting game and have this happen to you, or instead, you could just play Mario Kart